buffet, that's their favourite. They get to eat everything. And if you offer them a plate, they'll finish it. Even if they're full, they've got to finish it all. Now, being a pig does not mean that you're necessarily overweight, because you may work hard, or you may have a job which is strenuous, you may have a high metabolism. So pigs don't necessarily mean big, but, you know, so you can have skinny pigs and big pigs. Then there's the cows, and these are the people that graze all day long. Little snack here, they eat at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, little snack at 10 a.m, then 11, then lunch, then 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They'll eat all day long grazing like a cow. The third animal is the owl, and they're the binge eater. So they may go all day and not eat anything, and then at night they eat everything, eat it all. And you may not binge at night, maybe you binge in the morning. Weird, but maybe you binge in the morning. Then we have the pythons. I think everyone's got a friend or knows someone, or maybe it's you, that eats whatever they like and they're stick skinny. Now that doesn't necessarily mean they're healthy, but they are stick skinny. And the reason I said python, because you know how they eat like a deer and then they're still like a stick steak. Then we have the peacocks. Now, no offence to the peacocks, but they're the vegans, the vegetarians, and everything's got to be healthy, and you feel bad being around them, and they judge you for having a piece of cake, and they only, you know, I hate going out to dinner with those people. But there are those people out there. I'm sorry if I offended you, but they're so strict. The monkeys. They're the people that are the yo-yo diet. It's up and down every day. It's like, oh my god, I'm fat. What? I'm going on this diet. I'm going to the doctor to get this diet, and it's just up and down, constant. They're the monkeys. They're crazy. What you kind of want to be is a human. You want to be a farmer, and the farmer has just 3 main meals. They have a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, and they'll have 2 snacks in between. And when they're full, they're done, and they treat themselves occasionally. Alright, now hands up, who are the pigs? Come on, good. Who are the cows? Yeah, you're a cow. And I'll say one more, who thinks they're a monkey? A lot more monkeys, yeah, it's just constant. Alright, so now you should know a little bit about who you are, and that'll help you make some choices. So, genetics. I wanted to start with genetics because I don't want you to listen to all this stuff but in the back of your mind go, yeah, but everyone's fat in my family, or everyone's got massive thighs in my family, so no matter what I do, I'm never going to lose weight. Genetics does play a role, and if you look at Fergie there, they've got the same shape. And you might notice some families, they're all large, or they've all got massive hips. It's definitely there. Genetics does play a role. It means that they store fat more efficiently in some areas. But it's not the be-all, end-all. So basically it means that you might have to work a bit harder, or you have to figure out a different strategy to lose weight. So don't ever think, oh my god, but Auntie Kay's got massive legs, so I'll always have massive legs. Alright? So do not use that as an excuse anymore. My other thing I want to say, now, The Biggest Loser, I don't at all agree with the process of The Biggest Loser. Like, it's insane what they make them do. Like, 1 week in, they're pulling trains, and it's a bit, I think it's too much. But it does prove that no matter what you say about your metabolism, I've got a thyroid problem, my genetics, all the excuses in the world, if you really work hard and you literally burn that fat and you eat really healthy, you will lose weight. And I don't think there's ever been someone on The Biggest Loser who has stayed, obese the whole time. It may be they lose weight, a little bit slower and whatnot, but you're always going to lose weight. So try and keep that in your mind all the time, that if you do really work hard, you will. I think he got really good looking. So you want to chew your food as much as possible to get the goodness out of it. So if you don't chew your food very well, you're not going to get all the energy out of it. And you'll also notice it in your poo. So, and that is why also your poo smells, sometimes it smells a bit more than other times. And you blame it on Chinese, or you blame it on the buffet you've had. It's not. It's probably because you scoffed it so quick at those places. That's why. One of the reasons why. So chew your food slower to help you, eat less and to eat slower. You get fuller faster. But also think of, because you want as much energy out of the food, and you don't want to smell. Cellulite can be on anyone. It can be on really skinny people. It can be on really big people. Skinny people, some people have no cellulite. Someone obese can have no cellulite. So, how does it all work? So basically, like I said at the beginning, you've got all your little fat cells, so think of the little blobs. And in females, there's the blob, 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 fat cell, fat cell, fat cell. It's hard to explain, but our tissues, our skin kind of cuts them, right? So they're little blobs, blob, 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 blobs, tissue, blob, tissue, blob, blah, blah. Okay, men have the same thing, but you don't see the cellulite because their skin tissue cuts them like, so they get a more flatter appearance, okay? Whereas us women get this, the tissues come like this, so that's why we get the bubble. Now, so why is it that some, like Misha Barton here, why does she, see it more often, why is it more evident? It's because of her skin elasticity and how thin and thick it is. So she obviously, genetically, just has thin skin that's maybe not that elastic. And so that's why it's easier to see the ripple effect. So that's why someone might be, really big and they don't have cellulite. Melt your cellulite. The vibro sauna, which Mummy did that a couple weeks ago. Just sat in the sauna. What else happened in it?
I was suffocating.
Yeah. And I've done one when I was in America where she attached all these little things to me and they pulsated, and then she wrapped me up in towels and stood there like this. And I did, you did. I'll get to what it did do. The cellulite cream, 48-hour detox. Well, obviously, if you're just drinking, a liquid for 48 hours, you are going to lose something. All right. The main thing with all of these and most of these things is basically they get rid of your water weight. So when they wrap you up in things and they vibrate you or you're sitting in a sauna and things like that, basically it's just getting rid of your water. So right now in you have 2, 3, 4 kilos of water in you. So obviously if you get rid of them, you'll see results. When I did the pulsating wrap cocoon thing, when I got out, she measured me and I totally, visibly was a lot smaller. I had, I had a couple centimetres off. So yes, it totally works. It was a real quick fix. That water came back on 2 days later, but for that night it was nice. So I'm not saying any of this is stupid, because it's really not, because it's kind of cool that you can do something and it can, make you a bit slimmer for a day or two. It might get your head into, thinking thin and thinking, I'm excited to get into a diet. So I don't say cardio. Like I was saying before, how you've got to get your heart rate up. And some people find it hard, even I just hate going on a treadmill. But if I was going to do it, and if you need to do it, one thing you can do is do something like this. So you are going to run for 30 minutes, but what you're going to do is you're going to do 5 minutes cardio, then you're going to stop, and you'll get off and you'll do 5 minutes of bicep curls and kind of arm raises. Then you get back on the treadmill, 5 minutes. Then you get off, 5 minutes of abs. Back onto the treadmill, 5 minutes, get off, 5 minutes of jumping. 5 minutes of cardio, 5 minutes, and then you get back. What people go wrong is, let's say they'll pick up cereal's a good idea. They get their cornflakes and they say, cool, in one serving there's only 100 calories in this. That's nothing, that's great, I'm going to have cornflakes. But what you forget is A, what you're adding to it, the milk and the honey or the sugar, that's adding on so many more calories. And serving size. A serving size of cereal on the boxes is generally 3/4 of a cup or 1 cup. Now, I don't know, I have like 2 cups of cereal. There's no way I have a little cup of cereal. When I have cornflakes, I have a lot of cornflakes. So when you're reading the back of the nutrition label, generally, most of the time you're not actually having 1 serving. So you might be having 200 calories, 2 servings.